1 year into Russia's invasion of Ukraine, on February 21st, 2023, Russian President Vladimir Putin announced the suspension of Russia's participation in the New START Treaty. Signed by President Barack Obama and Russian President Dmitry Medvedev in 2010, the New START Treaty limits the number of strategic nuclear warheads that the United States and Russia are allowed to be deployed, with both nations owning about 90% of the world's nuclear weapons. The treaty between the United States of America and the Russian Federation enhances international security by placing verifiable limits on all Russian and U.S.-deployed intercontinental range nuclear weapons. The United States and the Russian Federation originally agreed to extend the treaty through February 2026.
Нам стратегическое поражение хотят нанести и лезут на наши ядерные объекты. В этой связи вынужден заявить сегодня о том, что Россия приостанавливает свое участие в договоре о стратегических наступательных вооружениях. В этой ситуации Министерство обороны России и Росатом.
Under the agreement, Moscow and Washington are committed to deploying no more than 1,550 strategic nuclear warheads and a maximum of 700 long-range missiles and bombers. Within this context, deployed refers to the ready state of nuclear warheads in terms of immediate use, rather than being kept in storage. The US and Russia are both permitted 18 in-person inspections of strategic nuclear weapon sites every year to ensure the other has not breached the treaty's limits. These inspections are crucial to the integrity of the New START Treaty, as in-person inspections are still considered superior to satellite imaging technology. Inspections under the agreement were put on hold in March of 2020 because of COVID pandemic safety measures. Talks between Moscow and Washington on resuming inspections were supposed to take place in November of 2020 in Egypt, but Moscow postponed them. While the Russian Foreign Ministry has said it will continue following treaty restrictions, the suspension of the New START Treaty will make it more difficult for the U.S. to monitor Russian treaty compliance. As Russia suspends mutual in-person inspections, U.S. military experts fear that President Putin will stop routine reporting and data exchange on nuclear weapon movements and other related developments.
By Russia that it's suspending participation in the START is deeply unfortunate and irresponsible. We'll be watching carefully to see what Russia actually does. We'll, of course, make sure that in any event we are postured appropriately for the security of our own country and that of our allies.
On the same day President Putin announced Russia's suspension of the New START Treaty, United States President Joe Biden reaffirmed the United States' support of Ukraine in a speech he gave while visiting Warsaw, Poland.
He doubts our continued support for Ukraine. He doubts whether NATO can remain unified. But there should be no doubt. Our support for Ukraine will not waver. NATO will not be divided, and we will not tire.